Hi everyone, I'm going to make an art journal page in my mixed media notebook or art journal, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to start by making a background out of this pocketbook pages, and I'm just going to glue them down and randomly. I really like this kind of background. It never gets too old. I've done it a lot of times, each time in a different version, and I still like it, and it always turns out to feel like, I don't know, like it's leathered, I don't know, old and leathered. So I'm going to start. Let's see now. I've done something like this before, and someone told me, how can I tear down a reading book? So let me assure you, this book was bought like more than 3 decades ago. I bought it second hand, and since then I've read it several times, and it got damaged when my boiler got I don't know, broke, and it had water damage. So that's the best I can do for it. It's either that or the recycling bin, and then it would have come back as an egg carton. So I prefer my way of reusing this instead of any other recycled product. So I'm not ruining any books that can be read, just making them into something nice to look at. So I'm just laying them, and I'm alternating the direction of the page so it will be more interesting, and maybe I'll even cut several of the pages so I will have more in the ways of playing with it. Let's see, I'll cut it. Here we go, another piece. I'm overlapping the pages. I think it's more interesting this way. And I'm going with glue on top to seal everything. And this kind of pocketbook, the pages with time get very brittle, especially if they gone through water damage. And I just let them, when they were all wet and soggy, I let them dry in the sun, and as you can see, that's what I'm using now. I'm putting this piece here because I want to break this larger piece, not for the coverage. Again, I need to cut down now. It's just too large for what is remaining of this page. it will take quite some time to dry. There is a lot of glue here, but you can quicken this with a heat tool, drying time. Here we go. So here is the beginning of my background. Now it needs to dry before I continue. I'll be back. I'm back. So my background is dry and now I want to go all over it with the stencil. Never done it before. I've used this kind of background as is. I want to try and see how it will look. I've got here some white gesso and a makeup sponge, and this is a stencil from Stamperia, and I'm hoping it will add to the whole thing. I'm taking a little bit of gesso on my sponge and I'm hoping the effect will be nice all over the page, and this is going to be the second layer. It's gonna take some time to go all over this page, but let's hope it will be worth it. I'm trying to take as little as I can on the sponge because I don't want it running underneath the stencil. Basically, I just want to add interest and that it will tie everything together and that it would tone down this whole background. As I said before, I used it as is. I really like it, but I want to try something a little bit new with this kind of background. Okay, so moving the stencil and continuing. It's gonna take me some time, so I'm going to continue and I'll be back when I'm finished. I'm back. So here is the background. I really like how it turned out. It almost looked like lace. And now I want to add more stenciling, and this time I want this I don't know, vine here, and I'm going to use I've got here dark olive, green olive, and I've got this olive green, metallic olive green, I don't know, and I'm hoping it will give a little bit of highlight. And let's take another piece of makeup sponge and let's see. So I'm going to start with the darker color and only afterwards I will add the metallic paint, or maybe I'll just do several several leaves and then go in with a little bit of metallic while it's still wet, so there will be more blending. So I'm just going to alternate between the two colors. The metallic is just so there will be some highlights to the leaves. I'm trying to add very gently the metallic paint so it won't overwhelm the leaves. Don't know if you noticed, but I also trying to put the highlights on top of each leaf, like the light is coming from above, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I was aiming for. And I want a little bit of vine here, and maybe I will go with this one or more of this. Let's see. I'm also going to try and doing it without messing with this one. This time the leaves are very small, so I don't think I will try to add the metallic, and if I will, it will be very, very gently. As I said, they are very small. Okay, and I still feel like I need more leaves here, but for this I think I got a stamp of one leaf. I'll find it and I'll come back. I'm back, and here is my stamp. It's from a craft foam, so I'm just putting down the paint with my finger and stamping. Okay, so another one here. And here, and just one more, and no more. I really want it frame my page. So this line, yeah, now I'm satisfied. So I'm going to let it dry and then I'll come back. I'm back. So this is completely dry, and now I want to add something here, and I thought, since all this looks reminds me of a lace, I remembered I got this very dainty doilies, paper doilies, in Happy Mail. I'm sorry, I can't remember who sent it to me, and they are just exquisite. We don't have anything like this here, and I'm going to glue them down now to my page. I'm just putting on them in the middle. It doesn't really need a lot of glue. Here we go. And a little bit higher here. So here I've got the two, these two half doilies framing my page on this side, and my focal image is this wooden cutout that I just bought from the cheap store, and it just corresponded with the whole thing. So that's what is going here now, and then I just want to stamp something, some words, and basically this is it. This is my page. Well, I will need to put something heavy here, I think, until it's dry. So stamping, I've got this only small things with great love, and I'm going to use walnut stain distress ink. And I'm going to stamp it here, and in the hopes that it will be clear enough, because here it's very lacy, but I want it here, and it's more for the impression and less for great reading. That's not the purpose of the page. Here we go. So stamped away. This needs, as I said, some pressure until it's dry and completely attached to my page. So basically this is it. Maybe when everything will be here dry and in place, maybe I will ink around the edges, but right now I quite like it as is, so I'm leaving it be. I hope you liked it. This experiment with the background, and I hope you can see all the highlights with the metallic paint. So thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.